This started out as a man who cheated on his pregnant wife on her birthday weekend in Vegas. That's how the story was run for a long time. And Kevin's team was successful in shifting that narrative to Kevin being the victim of something that happened in Las Vegas. And they weren't about to risk going back to Kevin going back to being that guy who cheated on his wife.
Someone apparently snuck cameras into Kevin Hart's private hotel suite in Las Vegas and recorded bedroom images of the two of them. Montia and I are not asking for a cent from Kevin Hart. This is not about money.
If you guys do not remember, there was this scandal where I guess allegedly his friend had hid a camera in his hotel room and captured him getting frisky with this woman. At the time that this went down, they alleged that the friend's purpose of hiding the camera was to extort Kevin Hart. Well, the friend has now come forward now saying that he was in fact set up by Kevin Hart and that never happened, being that the charges have now been dropped. Now, I covered this years ago, so a lot of you guys may not remember all of the ins and outs. So I'm going to give you a little bit of an update before I show you what his friend is saying now. Okay, so when Kevin Hart's current wife that he has now, Nique, when she was pregnant with their first child that they have together, Kevin Hart was caught up in this cheating scandal in Las Vegas. In the cheating scandal, there was a girl who claimed that she was innocent to everything that was going on, and they tried to pin it on his friend, saying that his friend was the culprit and the reason why this videotape surfaced from the incident, and said the videotape of him being recorded doing the hanky-panky with the woman, they said that the friend was using it to try to extort Kevin Hart. Well, the friend fought his case and the charges were dropped. The woman involved in the case, she had first claimed that she wasn't in it for no money and they weren't trying to sue Kevin Hart. But then later they had went and tried to go after Kevin Hart for $60 million. She alleged that she felt like Kevin Hart was trying to use the scandal to try to promote his comedy tour. I'm going to show what the girl had to say and what she alleged, and then I'm going to show you what the friend is saying now.
My name is Montia Sabag. I was involved with Kevin Hart a month ago. Since then, my pictures and my name have been released with lies written about me. I am not an extortionist. I'm not a stripper. I'm a recording artist and an actress, and I have not broken any laws. I had nothing to do with these recordings. I hired Lisa Bloom to protect my rights. I'm truly sorry for any involvement I had in this.
Kevin Hart sued by tape partner for $60 million, claiming Kevin was in on the recording liaison. In the article, it says Kevin Hart's tape partner claims Kevin Hart conspired with a friend to secretly record their encounter, and now she's suing him for $60 million. Montia Sabaj claims in a new lawsuit obtained by TMZ, her 2017 encounter with Hart in a Vegas hotel room was all planned by Hart and JT Jackson, his friend who later was arrested for extortion. She says Hart was motivated by publicity, the need to get more, especially with an upcoming comedy tour, and that's why he and JT allegedly hid the camera. TMZ broke the story. Kevin and Sabaj got up close and personal while partying at Marquee nightclub in Vegas. Sabaj, who back in 2017 said she's a crime victim herself, is suing for intentional infliction of emotional distress and invasion of privacy. Okay, so that's what the girl in this case had to say in the matter. She felt like Kevin was in on it at the time that this all went down, and she felt like, you know, him and his friend plotted together. Now, his friend, on the other hand, he claims that he's innocent, and he's saying that Kevin Hart is the one who set this thing all up to deflect from him cheating. He has now come forward in an interview with his lawyer talking about the situation and saying that Kevin pretty much made him be the fall guy in this situation to take the heat off of him for cheating on his wife. They sat down with the blog Comedy Hype, and this is what they're saying in current day.
Jacob, can you kind of detail what's currently going on with JT?
When I came onto this case, we sort of blew it up and exposed to the DA that this has nothing to do with extortion. Whatever the allegations were, it has nothing to do with extortion. The DA, to his credit, agreed, saw that, and dropped all the extortion cases against JT.
Sorry to be pausing it, but his attorney is killing me with the neck movement, baby. He is killing me. Like, and they said, and the DA agreed, and but anyways, let me finish showing you guys a couple more clips. I can't show the full thing here. If you want to see the full thing, go to his page, Comedy Hype. But here's a few other things that they said.
So you hear a lot about what's going on in the news now with criminal justice reform and police officers and law enforcement and prosecutors manipulating evidence, changing evidence, falsifying evidence. That's exactly what has gone on in this case. But what happened is that Kevin got together a team of very powerful and well-known attorneys, together with his whatever agents, managers, what have you, and they basically concocted a story to make Kevin look like the victim in the case.
Okay, sorry to pause it again, but this is not my video, so I can't just be playing a video all like that. But anyways, he basically goes on to say that when the DA was presented this case, they were enamored by it having a celebrity status, and they just ran with it because Kevin Hart was the celebrity. So they were he pretty much alluded that, you know, in a lot of these cases, there are high profile celebrities who will put the pressure on DAs, and the DAs will be enamored by celebrity status, and they'll go after frivolous things in the celebrity's interest because, you know, the higher ups be in control of certain things. Now, I'm going to play a little bit more of what he said, but let me first read to you guys the charges and how the case got dropped and all of that. So in an article that was written up in October of 2019, it talks about the charges against his former friend, you know, being dropped and everything like that. And in here it says, a former friend of Kevin Hart is no longer facing an extortion charge in connection with the comic's 2017 sex tape scandal, but he still faces additional charges in the case. And they talked about this in the interview, and they said that now they were trying to go after the identity theft angle, and they were, you know, switching the narrative since they couldn't go off with the extortion. But anyways, let me finish reading. So it says, prosecutors at the Los Angeles District Attorney's Office last week moved to dismiss a count of extortion by a threatening letter against actor Jonathan Todd J.T. Jackson, the Wrap reports. A representative from the office told the publication that upon reviewing the case, evidence was not sufficient to pursue a conviction on the charge because a demand for money was not made to Hart directly.
Well, he made a mistake that weekend, but for him to go and make himself the victim of a crime that never happened, that's not okay. We have a case of celebrity justice where you have a very powerful celebrity with a team of high profile and high powered attorneys and agents and managers putting pressure on the district attorney's office to pursue charges. Because the stronger they go against JT, the more of a victim Kevin Hart becomes.
What his attorney is saying sounds a lot like what Tory Lanez is trying to paint in the whole Meg Thee Stallion situation in his defense against Meg. Tory also tried to say that, you know, they're going after him to make her look like the victim. Crazy. Anyways, let me read more of the article of the aftermath, and then I will be out. Despite prosecutors dropping that charge, Jackson is still on the hook for felonies including attempted concealing and selling stolen property, as well as 2 counts of unauthorized use of personal identifying information in connection with the case. News of the extortion charge against Jackson being dismissed comes following a California judge throwing out a $60 million lawsuit against Hart filed by Savage earlier this month. In that case, Savage was given until today to file and amend the complaint. So as I told you guys earlier in the video, when I was telling you guys how the woman had went after Kevin Hart for $60 million, now it's showing you that her case was dropped for the 60 million. So she wasn't able to get 60 million. And the charges against his friend JT for extortion was dropped. However, they still have him on the hook for stolen property and things like that. So he's still fighting those charges as well. In order to see the full interview, be sure to go to the YouTube channel Comedy Hype. You'll see it in full where they talk about, him feeling like the DA was pressured to pursue this case and how he feels like it was a not so well put together case and they're just trying to go after frivolous charges. Now it shows the guy JT, his reaction to it all and how he felt when he heard the news about it. Again, I can't play their whole video, so you have to watch it there. But let me know what you guys think down below about this. What do you think about him saying that Kevin Hart basically just was trying to make him be the fall guy? Like, do you think that he was just in essence the fall guy, or do you think that he had a role to play in it and he's guilty of something? Let me know what you guys think about it. And what do you guys think about the woman that was involved in this case? How she initially said that they weren't after money. Then they went and tried to sue for $60 million. And then after they tried to sue for $60 million, fast forward, that case was dropped and thrown out. Let's talk about it all down below and let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to visit my website and see what I have going on at nique@nite.com. And be sure to like and subscribe to my channel and share the video. Thank you guys. Peace.